Hey everybody, welcome back to Muramasa Genroku Legends. This is the alternate ending to Gonbe. Much like with Okoi, you just need to equip the transformation guide in order to get this ending. Now I kept the little bit of the ending fight in just because of what happened at the end that made me laugh. I thought that was the boss screaming sayonara. It was actually Moheji running away. Now, this ending involves Gonbe defeating many mythical demons, such as a dragon god, demon bosses, Ippon Datra.
He got a little distracted.
This farmer got killed so many things.
Oi, Gonbe, しっかりせえ。もう間もなく夜明けだべ。辺りが薄明るくなってきた。火を消して出発すると。
It was all a dream.
大根に戻るには目立たんように早う出んとな。ほら、少しばかり。
I guess it's a little bit more believable, but yeah, that's kind of a downer.
The ending's not done yet, though. You remember how I said that the story is maximum sadness?
Oh no.
He's like, I just had a dream that we beat the governor. Maybe that's why we're so lucky. Jump cut 2 to before the boss fight.
どういうこった。城の米蔵は空っぽだべ。どこを探しても米がねえ。一体米はどこに消えただよ。
すぐそこまで侍でいっぱいだ。もう逃げ場がねえ。
This is all sounding very familiar.
納め時だべ。と言うても納める米はねえだが。
Wait, who's that?
I don't know.
Oh.
ちっと待つだおたえ。どうにも変だべ。おめらの今の言葉、夢で同じのを聞いたと。
Now, with Okoi's ending, it could be speculated that it's an alternate ending or a retelling. This alternate ending is actually truth.
お主の猛襲しかと飲み込めたぞゴンベ。
なんだおめえ。さては家老の回しもんだな。邪魔するなら痛い目に遭うぞ。
Also, I never realized quite how much her outfit looks like a Tengu's outfit.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
But we've actually seen this character before.
I was gonna say, she looked familiar. I didn't quite recognize her without the, oh, maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
Maybe. All will be explained soon.
まずお主に一つ尋ねねばならん。今は何年じゃ。
元禄16年に決まっとる。
Hence why this is the Genroku Legends.
今は享保7年。将軍徳川吉宗公の治世じゃ。お主らが馬吹城で騒動を起こしたのは19年も前のことぞ。
バカ国でねえ。おかしなことを言うやつだべ。きっと何か魂胆があるだな。
I'm just gonna sit here and let this unfold.
I'm
gonna let it wash over me.
真実は一つじゃ。お主の猛襲が生んだこの幻を晴らし、その証をすかさず示そうぞ。目を凝らしてみよ。東方に五山瀬明王、南方に軍ダリア社明王、西方に大伊徳明王、北方に金剛夜叉明王、中央に大日大正不動明王、御アビラ運慶総下。
一体こりゃどうなってるだ。
お主らの騒動の後、不審火から馬吹城は大火事となり焼け落ちた。唯一城の名残を残す石垣も今ではこの通り竹やぶに覆われておる。伝え聞くところによれば、19年前城に潜り込んだ百姓らはたちまち取り囲まれ、お主以外はその場で切り捨てられたそうじゃ。その後も
Look at his face, he's just like,
の戦争が続き、
I mean,
ご聖堂が
wouldn't you
正される
be
までに
completely stupefied if you
四十数家
realized
の村が
19 years of your
荒廃し、
life,
多くの百姓が飢え死にしたとも聞いた。
your villages, your 40 villages dead,
その
people
無数の
starved to
百
death because
姓
of
の無念
corruption?
の怨霊がお主に取り付いて、
Your very
この地に
existence
たたり
became a vortex
幻を
of
生んで近づ
hatred.
く者を害しておったのじゃ。
Wow, come on. That's not fair.
This ending is harsh.
Oh, no.
Our buddies were dread spirits.
Wow, that is such a bummer.
It's funny how you mentioned that the that revolution you mentioned was a complete and utter failure, because so was Gonbe's.
I was hoping that wouldn't be a history spoiler. Because Gonbe's so nice and his bros are so nice.
They did everything for their fellow man, and they failed catastrophically to the point where he became a magnet for malign spirits. And even his wife wanted to help.
So that's why she wanted to kill him so bad.
Basically. It also kinda puts into the excuse of why Gonbe is the only person to have that resurrection skill. Now, as for her...
天狗の間では未だサヨと呼ば
Ah,
れているが、
knew it. Wait, Sayo is a Tengu?
No, she just works with Tengu. She
Oh,
is...
she's the Samus of Tengu.
Yep, she is the boss Kisuke fought in Act 4. That little obnoxious brat that was trying so hard to stop us for no real reason.
I didn't quite recognize her without the giant backpack.
She actually did this noble thing for Gonbe.
安心せえ。お主の一騎もこれでしまいじゃ。
But the sadness is not done yet.
Really? 19 years of incoherent anger wasn't sadness enough?
There is more tragedy.
No!
There's a reason why this DLC made me angry when I got this ending. This is a lot to take in, especially after how positive the last ending was.
I guess the first ending was nothing but wishful thinking.
Yeah.
願い通りにしてやりたいが、それはできん。
I guess it's a little unrealistic that
なぜなら
he would die, become too annoying for hell, and then be returned to a lush, verdant village with all of his friends and his wife.
お主は牢から出ること
Whoa!
なく生き絶えたのを。
Not only has Gonbe been a vortex of hatred for 19 years, attacking people randomly across Une, he is also dead.
その猛襲と怨念の渦に、大根で苦しみながら死んだ百姓の怨霊が吸い寄せられて集まり、近づく者にあだなす怪異に変じたのじゃ。
This also explains why the resurrection mechanic is the only for him.
三日三晩祈祷を続け、お主の苦しみをなぞ
There is some light in the darkness, however. Because of Sayo, Gonbe is absolved of all his sins.
Well, that was easy.
Well, she is a traveling monk after all. She exists to do things like this. But yeah.
Is there a DLC where we play as Primo Ghostbuster Sayo?
Oh, I wish. That would be so fun.
Wouldn't she be great? She'd have all these bonkers Tengu powers.
I'd imagine she'd be like those Toho characters that attack with like paper talismans and shit, except as a actual fighter. So yeah, who needs an alternate ending, huh? Especially when this one is just such a downer.
And it's short, too.
Well, it's mainly... It's basically an extension of the ending, because in order to get this, you gotta beat every boss and the final stage again. The reason why the last video was so long is because half of it was exploring that level.
Oh, yeah.
話を裏付けるかのごとく、大根の定石には白麗なる行者が建立したと言われる百姓夫婦の小さな墓碑が見られる。
Well, I guess, you know, morally speaking, this was a pretty Buddhist ending.
Yeah,
I guess.
It's very in line with the kind of story that a Buddhist that would follow that style. And it's also, you know, realistic.
Except for the ghost and the 19-year rage spirit.
Yeah, well...
But still, it's logical.
Yeah, realistic in what would actually happen to, that. Now, I'm actually keeping the credits song in again because my friend, the translator, actually, mentioned a little tidbit about this story. What I'm gonna do is... Once he gets me the translation, I'm going to put the actual English translation of the song into this in subtitles. But he also mentioned that this is a story about death and the cycle of rebirth, which is basically kind of what Gonbe was going through, constantly reliving and going through all those motions time and time again. And only because of his wife was he able to get through and actually, you know, stop his suffering.
Well, I'm glad everything turned out fine, I guess. I mean, it's kind of at odds with, you know, sort of the Western ideal of what a story like this should be. You know,
it would definitely be an ending that would be stopped by PR managers and stuff as being too much of a downer ending. It would definitely be unmarketable. People would be angry about it. They would hate it. I was really angry about this ending too, and I still kind of am because I like Gonbe a lot.
Yeah, it was sad seeing him get trashed by fate, but then again, really? You know, you can't fight City Hall.
Yeah.
Like, you're 4 shitty farmers. What are you gonna do?
Like, I've actually been watching a couple movies with friends lately, and there's a couple examples that are kind of similar to this. The one recent one being what was it? Pet Shop of Horrors? What was the one with Feed Me Seymour?
Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. There were 2 endings for that. The one that most people see were the one where Seymour kills the alien plant and lives a happy life with his wife. The one I saw with my friends that I first saw because I never actually saw this movie until like a month ago was Seymour wins and takes over the world. Or not Seymour, the alien plant takes over and wins.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same thing here. Could you get away with this ending despite how much sense it would make?
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know. It's... Sometimes you just gotta be like, well, the hell with it, you know? I believe in my ending, and I'm gonna go with it. I'm not gonna dumb things down just because Americans have a giant hard-on for the underdog.
Yeah. It also kinda... It's... We're gonna see the farming segment again, and it feels a little bit more bittersweet now.
No, actually, this is really sad, actually.
Yeah, now that we know exactly what happened to Gonbe, all of this, the song, the little farming segment, it all feels a bit bittersweet now. Gonbe's beautiful farms, his loving wife, his kid. Fake. Not real. An illusion.
Yep. When in fact, right now, he's probably having his flames of malice shot back at him by Kisuke.
Yeah. It really does just kinda... It kinda hurts, actually, especially with all the effort you put into Gonbe beating all those bosses. After all the toil and trouble you went through to get this ending, you're treated to this. It hurts in a way, but it's still a very appropriate ending, and I'm glad to see it.
Gonbe's a good guy. Honestly, I love this DLC.
This was a really good story. Even more so after what you told me about how this was a historical event.
Yeah, man.
But man, I honestly thought this was like the least considered... honestly thought this was like the least looked into DLC because I couldn't find anything on it. But after hearing this, I honestly think now it's a bit more of a... it has a lot more effort put into it. A unique song, an entire like backstory on it, and then that alternate ending.
Yeah, man. And like the animations and the characters, it was just... Oh, it was so good all the way through. I'm fired up.
I'm not disappointed with buying this DLC. I'm so glad I got to do this and the LP. Mr. Tittles Esquire. He's back!
We love you, Mr. Tittles. ESQ.
And for beating the alternate ending, we get a special image.
Oh.
That's a rice flower.
It sure is.
Thanks for watching Gonbe's Revolution, A Cause to Daikon for. Thanks, Skippy, for commentating on this as well. I'm actually kind of glad I brought you in on this.
I'm so happy to have been invited. I loved it.
You actually helped out a lot, too. I don't think it would have been as good if anybody else was on board. Whew. So, next DLC is A Spirited Seven Nights Haunting, where we play as ninjas fighting other ninjas as Arashimaru. I hope to see you then, folks.
Bye!